to yours or whatever you want to do. I'm going to do the intro to the show now. We're live streaming. Facebook, keep up.
Oh, live streaming. I've never done that before.
Is this okay with you?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Do I have to do anything, or am I doing it already?
I think your hair and your voice is going to do it all.
Okay, well then, perfect. So
Facebook people, look who we got here for you to get to know today. That's right. We got a Kennedy in the house. Woo! Byron Kennedy. Yeah. This is the closest I've been to a Kennedy since my joke about Marilyn Monroe. That's as close as I get. You guys, this show is episode number 922. I'm sorry, Byron, you are not my first.
Man, but at least I'm in the top 1,000.
Yes. And today I want you guys to get to know him because I got to witness a miracle. You know, I got to go to the LA Comedy Club inside the Stratosphere, and I saw him on stage with a bunch of other killers. And you would think that one of them wouldn't be a killer. You know, what are the odds? But every single one of them brought it. And I love the persona, the delivery, the jokes, the likability, the hilarity that Byron Kennedy brings. You guys got to watch his comedy, wherever it's at. You know, he's got this website, ByronKennedyComedy.com, and we'll put up links after the show because these aren't real glasses, and I have multiple typos without my glasses. But later, you'll get all his links. There'll be no missing links.
You reminded me, I don't have glasses.
Byron Kennedy is a killer on stage. I witnessed it.
I always wear my glasses on stage. Is that better?
Oh, yeah. His amazing glasses that he wears.
But I can actually see you now.
You want to go now? Okay, bye. Byron Kennedy.
That was fun. Thank you.
You live about 5 miles from where my sister lives, at the most.
Oh, wait, which sister?
The one on my left. My sister lives in Laguna Niguel.
How many sisters do you have? I was just saying that like I knew, but I
have one sister.
I don't know anything about your sisters.
Yeah. And I love going to Dana Point to eat and look at the beach there, walk on the beach.
I love it too. It's fantastic. Right now I'm living in Las Vegas part-time, so I thought you meant another sister maybe.
Oh, okay, gotcha. I have one sister and a twin brother, just for the record.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, we look identical.
You're identical twins, huh?
Yeah, oh yeah, we broke the record. We look exactly alike. Stop that.
That's fantastic. Good for him, I guess.
Oh my gosh. So let's see. You're in Vegas. You've been in Dana Point. So talk to me about, like who you were growing up in your family, in school, grade school, high school, college, whatever. Where did you come from to get this great? You give people eye contact, you're personable, and you're a comedian. Holy Toledo. Who raised you?
Lunatics. Well, my mom was not a lunatic. My dad was a lunatic. I grew up in Central Arizona, in the middle of nowhere.
Wow.
Out in the sticks, in a fancy place called Dewey, Arizona. Yeah.
Dewey, like Dewey Decimal?
Yeah, exactly like that. Only I don't know how you spell that. So, but they sound the same. So.
Wow. So growing up, did you have brothers and sisters?
I had a brother who was also a lunatic. He's not a lunatic anymore. He's just kind of normal now. So, yeah, I don't know. And then I went in the military and did the Army thing for a while. And then I got out, and then I had one real job. And then I went into radio, and I was on the radio for a lot of years, and then worked in the record business, and then got tired of being in the corporate grind,
What years were you in the Army? And thank you for really serving. I was just in the Women's Army Corps, so it doesn't count for
How does that
serving.
not count? Of course it counts.
Nah, not like a guy. Come on.
That's not
I was,
true. It all counts. Thank you for your service as well.
thank you. What did you do in the military? I just counted money because I'm Jewish. What'd you do?
Uh, not much. Sat around and complained. Yeah,
Where did they put you?
I learned discipline. That was helpful. You know what I mean? I needed it at that point in my life. But I have a lot of respect for military people, and it's man, they don't get the credit they deserve. I don't think, for sure.
That's
I mean,
true.
they do to an extent, but. So yeah, I poke fun at my service time because I wasn't a career soldier and I wasn't in love with it, but I definitely respect the people that do. You know what I mean? That serve, for sure.
Yes, absolutely. What was your MOS, your job skill?
I was a 76 Yankee.
What's that?
Well, if you don't know, I can't help you. I figured you knew. 76 Yankee is like an armor and supply person, and I wouldn't want to bore you with the details.
So can you be a 76 Yankee if you're from south of the Mason-Dixon line? It's a smart joke. I'm sorry.
Can you be a seven? Oh, because of the Yankee?
Yeah, I had to go there.
Now that you mention it, I wonder if they're even allowed to call it that anymore. I wonder if that MOS got canceled.
Yeah, they have to change all those letters, Bravo. I don't.
Like, did the alphabet change? I'm gonna have to ask somebody.
Morse code. I mean, you don't want to tap that.
Wow, I wonder what. Man, I never even thought of that.
They better check that and keep it in check. So you were.
I think the Yankees weren't the Yankees. They were so they were on the side that people wouldn't cancel, right? They were on the.
I don't know. I don't know. The first thing I still have my subscription to Life magazine, and it quit in the 70s. I don't cancel anything.
Cancel subscriptions. So you're definitely anti-cancel culture.
Yeah, don't even go there. Nothing deserves to be canceled.
When are we going to talk about this doll back here?
This doll is a cock blocker. I call her cock blocker. If a guy the door is right next to her. I have to put my trash there because I have cockroaches. So don't even ask. Did you know plastic bags have?
She's not cock blocking the cockroaches, so I mean, you might want to broaden the definition of cock blocker. I think broaden that job description a little bit.
Yeah, these are all the gifts people have donated. Where's my finger? All these gifts people have donated for that military show we're doing at LA Comedy Club on the 21st.
Oh, awesome. I didn't know about that.
I know. And now I find out you're a military veteran. I'm going to tell Leah Mendez.
The 21st of what?
May 21st at midnight.
So what is it? Tell me about it.
So what it is it's all military people, active, retired, veterans, doing comedy for a military audience. The LA Comedy Club is letting us do an Armed Forces night on Armistice Day. So you got it. How could we skip you?
I'll be at the club tonight. Who else performing?
So they've got Shang is the headliner, and Dick Salas and Joshua Higuera and Sharita, and I get to host, and we got a lot of gifts donated.
Very cool. Right on.
I'll tell Leah she's got to get you in the loop for this or something in the future. She's starting to get into military shows, and she wants to start taking them on the road.
Yeah, I've always wanted to do one of those tours, those military comedy things, man, and I will at some point. Um, but if nothing else, if I'm in town, I'll just go watch. And
Yes.
what kind of gifts are what is it like a
Oh, we got the coolest gift. Somebody
what is it like
donated,
a donation thing? The
yeah, like gift certificates to, there's a rock climbing place at the Boulevard Mall. They donated 4 tickets. And we got, let's see, a Vera Bradley bag that's worth about 200 bucks. We got a Jose Canseco signed autograph picture in a frame.
so
I mean,
that just
all kinds of,
like you're giving it up to the vets or you're auctioning it. What are you doing?
no, just giving. So we'll have tickets and we'll do giveaways.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah. So I can't wait because this is the first time I've been doing comedy 8 years, and it's the first time I found a club that wants to do a military show for a military audience with military comics. I've never found that before. So I'm really happy that LA Comedy Club is doing it.
That's very cool.
Yeah.
That's very cool.
Yeah. So you want to do military like USO or Armed Forces Entertainment?
Yes.
Wouldn't that be cool?
Yes, absolutely would be for
That's
sure.
on my bucket list. I would love to go entertain the troops.
Well, why don't you? Let's figure
I
it
think
out.
I know. I'm working on it. I'm working on it. I'm hitting up all them entertainment companies that go out there.
Yeah, well, perfect.
Yeah. So talk to me about growing up into your funny and into take us through your life while you're reading a text.
Actually, you know what I was doing? I was looking at, how did you know I was doing that?
I'm a mind reader.
That's
How
wild.
come am I related to Einstein and you are the one that looks allergic to a hairbrush?
So what did you, I'm sorry, today's been a hell of a day. That's why I had to push this call back. Just been getting blown up with stuff today. So
No problem. I'm easily, I can,
I forgot we were live. I thought you could edit that out.
I wish. I don't know how to edit.
Wait, I need to get up and get a water. How do I do that without her catching me?
You can go get a water, please.
No, oh, it's right here. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so tell you about
Your entire life, like when you were growing up, you
That's
and
gonna
your
take a long
brother, your parents,
time.
all
It's going to take several years.
okay, I got time. I'm a boomer.
Well, that's it, man. I went in the radio and I did that for a while, and that was a lot of fun. And then I left radio and I went and worked for a record company in Nashville, Tennessee, and worked with a lot of cool artists there and did all that. And then I just decided the hell with it. I'm going to go do comedy now. So I did. And I just gave it all up and went and started doing comedy. And it was awesome. I went from making money to having none.
What did you do for radio and record before comedy? What kind of things did you do?
Well, I was on the radio, so I was on the air, and then I was what's called a program director. So I ran the radio stations, and then I did that for about 20 years. Well, I just got burned out, man. The corporate world is I got sick of meetings and email, basically. You know what I mean?
Yes. You get paid to go to meetings and you feel like a schmuck because you're not doing anything to deserve a paycheck most of the time.
Yeah,
That's
yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Quit playing with your hair. You're making me nervous. You're making me feel like something's wrong with mine.
You know what? They shouldn't do this to women because we never think we're good enough. Men look at themselves and think they all deserve Cindy Crawford, but women, they're, see what I mean?
Wait, they all do deserve Cindy Crawford, don't they?
They think they do.
I feel like I deserve Cindy Crawford.
Cindy Crawford has one angle that all her pictures are taken in. When you see Cindy Crawford straight on, it don't look like Cindy Crawford. You got to get this angle.
It looks like her twin.
Yeah.
Her twin brother.
Yeah.
No.
Talk to me about you getting on stage the first time and all the way through today.
The first time I got on stage, I was in Long Beach at Harvell's. I don't know. Do you know John Benitez? He runs a little comedy night there on Tuesday nights. And Willie Barcena, brilliant comedian who's headlining at the LA Comedy Club this week, has been a friend of mine for years. I knew him when I was on the radio, or when I managed radio. He worked for me. And so I called him. And he said, I got the perfect spot. We'll go down there. And I said, okay, cool. I just want to watch, take it in, and then maybe we'll go back next week and I'll go up. And then, of course, what does he do? He put my name on the list. And I thought I was just there to watch. And then John came over and he's like, hey, man, your boy's next. Is he ready? And I'm like, I'm not going up there. And so I took a shot. I chickened out the first time that night. And so they skipped me, and then they came back to me. Or no, Willie went up and took my spot, and just worked on some new material. And then I did a couple of shots of tequila and got a little courage up. And then I was like, well, the hell with it. I'll go do it. So I went and did it. And it wasn't good. I didn't know what the hell I was even doing up there. So yeah, it was pretty scary.
Yeah.
But I did manage to scratch out just enough of a laugh to think, oh my God, I really want to keep trying that. That felt good. I want
So
more.
how did you get so good? What things have happened in your comedy besides getting up on stage a lot that have gotten you to the point where you're as good as you are now?
Well, thank you for saying that. Just really gave me a lot of opportunities and literally continued to, from that first night when he pushed me on stage when I wasn't ready, because he knew I'd never be ready. That's like, I was pretty scared of it. I'm not going to lie. And he sort of forced me into it. And from then on, he just continued to do so and kept putting me in positions that I wasn't ready for. And it was sink or swim. You know what I mean? Like, I've only been doing comedy for 3 years.
No way.
Yeah. And 1 year of that was the pandemic when all the clubs were closed. So I was just sitting around. But
You come
Willie,
across like a 15-year veteran.
what's that?
You come across like a 15-year veteran.
Oh, well, damn, I'll take it. Thank you. I appreciate it. And I think what the difference is that, the reason for that though is, I've learned along the way how valuable stage time is and how competitive it is to get on stage. And, I had a guy that was willing to take a chance on me. And literally he brought me to the LA Comedy Club. That's really the place I cut my teeth and learned how to do comedy. But Willie brought me there. I did like a 7-minute guest set for like 3 days. It went okay. For a couple nights, I bombed really bad one of the nights. I just completely fell on my face. And literally that was the first time I'd done a real club. I'd only been doing open mics. And then literally the next time I did a real club, Willie had me featuring. I didn't even have enough material. I was like, what do you mean, dude? I can't. I said, I'm lucky if I can do 10 minutes. And he said, well, you better start writing. The show's in a month. So I started writing all this material. It wasn't ready. It wasn't good. I'm up there trying to feature my second time doing a real club. We're up in Washington, somewhere in Washington. And I'm up there telling my jokes real slow, taking long drinks off my beer, just trying to get to the light. And so Willie just kept putting me on stage, letting me host, letting me open, letting me feature. And then we went back to the LA Comedy Club during the pandemic, and Matt gave us a midnight show, and we did like 3 or 4 nights a week, midnight shows, which in Vegas are brutal. They're not easy. And so, those 3 months, literally, I got enough stage time and enough hard knocks and enough like reality checks and enough work to where, most comedians, when they start, it does take them 5, 6, 7 years just to be on stage that many times to figure it out. So, that's really, I think, how I was able to move so fast is because of the opportunities to get on stage. I mean, that's really, as you know, that's all it's about. Get on
Yes.
get on stage, get on stage.
Nobody has anything negative to say about Willie Barcena or how do you pronounce it? Barcena?
Barcena, yeah.
He's like the comics comic. He's a helper. He gives opportunities. He leaves a legacy behind him.
He's a brilliant comic, and he's got 30 years in the game. Joke for joke, I'll put him with anybody, man. He's he's pretty damn brilliant, and the guy can write, man. He can write some material, but he can also deliver it.
And he's always so helpful. I just met him once and he goes, well, let me know if you come to the LA Comedy Club, I'll give you a spot. And I'm like, you don't even know if I'm any good. That's so sweet of you.
Yeah.
He's just the nicest guy.
Yeah, he's helped a few. He's definitely helped me. I mean, he's come up with a lot of the greats too. A lot, he really has. He's worked with a lot of great comedians.
Yes. Okay, let's talk about who you've worked with.
Well, pretty much just work with Willie.
Nice.
I mean, that's my guy. So I feature for him all over the country pretty much. And now, I'm starting to break out and do a little bit of headlining. I've headlined a few gigs here and there, and I got a few on the books in June, so I'm excited about that. I'm going back to Glendale, Arizona to headline Stir Crazy Comedy Club. I'm headlining Zanies in Nashville again, and I just got a gig at Caroline's in New York City for their artist breakout series. So yeah, I'm but because I haven't been doing it very long, and like I said, Willie sort of took me under his wing. I haven't really worked with a lot of big name comedians. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Well, that's such an incredible adventure you've been on with Willie.
Yeah,
Kudos
it really
to
is.
you.
It really is. I just did my second week at the LA Comedy Club with Peter Berman, who I absolutely love, and also think is brilliant. He's also mentored me a little bit. He's been very helpful and shared a lot of tips. Stand-up comedy is crazy. It's so much more to it than being funny. It's a whole science. It's
So
it's
much.
it's really fascinating.
Yes. I
Yeah.
walked past Mr. Berman and I saw him talking to about 8 guys, and I could tell he's a mentor type. Like they were all just listening to what he was saying, and he was
Peter
then
Berman.
Peter Berman, yeah.
Oh yeah, he's he's another one that's got just a wealth of knowledge up there. And my thing is, what shocks me is that some of the younger guys don't spend more time picking the brains of these guys, man, because they've made all the mistakes, they've learned all the lessons, they've got it all figured out, man. Like that would be my advice to any new comic, man. Go have coffee, lunch, a beer, whatever you can freaking do to spend time with these guys that have been around and are willing to share that stuff with you, because man, that's otherwise you're gonna have to go up there and spend 30 years figuring it out yourself. And not
Yes.
everybody's willing to share that stuff.
Yeah, it's amazing. Some people are an open book and other people are like, you're gonna have to figure it out on your own. But
Yeah, figure it out.
yeah. Like I've gotten doing interviews, I've gotten some of the best advice ever from comedians, like asking, how do you read a room? Because not everybody reads a room the same way, you
Yeah.
know. And so like I love picking people's brains. So this has been a real learning. It's like getting a master's degree in understanding comedy by asking question after question of 900 comics.
Man, I can't believe that there's 900 comics.
There's like 500 in most states. And I've got so much work to do. I better live a long time.
Yeah, well, no wonder it's so damn hard to get stage time.
Yeah.
Damn. No, I knew there were a lot of comics, but man, I mean, you've
Yeah.
already talked to 900 of them, and apparently you haven't even scratched the surface.
No, I haven't talked to maybe one person from Hawaii. I don't think anybody from Alaska. I've done nothing. In the real scheme of things, I've done nothing.
Do they have comics in Alaska?
I think so.
I don't think they do. I don't think they have comedians up there.
Oh, what a bummer.
No, it's too cold. Nothing's funny up there. There's nothing funny about being cold.
Oh my gosh.
I don't think it gets dark up there very often, right?
That's the other thing.
Yeah.
We have those periods of time where it's light all the time. How
Yeah.
depressing.
Nothing funny about that either.
No. How are
Uh,
you going to know it's time to drink when it's light out, you know?
yeah, well, that's true. You know, actually, though, the more I think about it, there's been a lot of brilliant comedians come out of Canada. So maybe there are some comics in Alaska. Who knows?
I know Sarah Palin's pretty funny.
You know, I don't know if I agree with you on that one, but
She's inspired a lot of comedy.
she's made me laugh very many times. But yeah, she has inspired some comedy. Yeah, some Saturday Night Live stuff.
What's your favorite comedy show and your favorite comedian? I got to know.
You know, I don't know that I have a favorite comedian. I guess if I had to say, I mean, I guess it'd be hard for me to pick between Bill Burr and Dave Chappelle.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, they're both, I mean, just brilliant. And you know, Dave, you know, he's Dave Chappelle is like, you can't even wrap your head around how good he is. You know what I mean? And then, but and the thing with Bill Burr that I am still trying to figure out how to do, because I feel like it is a part of my personality, is he's so brilliant at being annoyed by everything. And everything annoys me. And I think it's why I connect with his stories and his comedy. I mean, he did a bit about together a piece of furniture from IKEA that was hilarious, but it was just the way he delivered it. I mean, you know, everybody's got a story about that crappy shit at IKEA, but I mean, Bill Burr can take that and make it so relatable and so damn funny. You know, I love him.
I'll have to go watch some Bill Burr.
Yeah, he's great.
So Willie Barcena is headlining at the LA Comedy Club this week, and are you doing some spots or featuring with him?
I am. I'm either I'm gonna feature and or guest spot the whole week. I featured the last two nights, and I'm featuring tonight. And yeah, I'll probably guest spot Thursday and Friday. I don't know. You know, it's kind of a game time decision. You know,
Yep.
Matt is just fantastic at trying to get everybody up. So, you know, I just featured for Peter 2 weeks ago. So, you know, I can't be that greedy.
Yeah.
Actually, I am that greedy. I wanted to do it the whole week, but you know, he needed to keep some spots open for these other 921 fucking people that you've talked to, apparently.
Yeah, I pump them full of confidence and then they get out there and compete with you. Ridiculous. Oh my
maybe,
gosh.
maybe tomorrow will be the guy from Alaska or the guy or the gal from Alaska.
Oh my gosh.
Are
So
we allowed
what
to say guy and gal? Guy, are we allowed to say man or woman anymore? I mean, or we just say comedian? I don't even
we
know.
are. And women aren't going to be able to have abortions. Pretty soon we're not going to be able to have a safe word. I'm going to really miss my safe word.
Drag me into this damn abortion debate. I don't believe that's gonna happen. Women will always be able to have abortions.
As long as we have coat hangers.
They're trying to, oh Lord, we're going back to the caveman days. No, I don't know. Aren't they trying to just make it a state thing?
Yeah, that's what it's all about, really.
Yeah.
People
Well,
are overreacting. They're getting out there.
look, I don't like to get political, and I definitely don't do it. But I'm pro-choice, but more than anything, I'm pro mind your fucking business.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I just prefer to like worry about the shit that affects my life, and you know, it's like Do I love the idea of abortion? You know, not, I don't love the idea of it, but at the same time, it's not my thing to fucking worry about. So it's like, I'm not a woman. How can I say what I would or wouldn't do if I was one? I can't speculate on that. So how the hell did we get into politics?
I don't know, but if they take away my right to have an abortion, it's really going to take the fun out of getting raped.
Listen, oh my God, you're not going to need to worry about having an abortion with that fucking doll back there. No one's going to have sex with you. That that doll is birth control. You're not going to get pregnant. What the hell is wrong with you?
Have you seen these people walking around carrying dolls in their backpack?
No.
Full-grown adult women do it. It's a great cock blocker, I bet.
Well, if it's in their backpack, how do you know it's a doll? You just assume everybody with a backpack has a doll in there? What the hell's wrong with you?
Maybe it's something to catch a bullet. I don't know. So, what do you want to accomplish in your life outside of comedy and inside comedy before you kick the bucket? I know you're not ready to kick the bucket, but what do you got as a bucket list thing in your life?
I don't really have a bucket list. I have a fuck it list.
Just gonna say that you took the words right out of my mouth.
Yeah, my bucket list is long. It pretty much covers everything. No, I just want to be happy, and I think I'm accomplishing that at the moment. I'm happy, and I'm doing what I love, and that filleth my bucket up.
Is there anything you want to tell people having made it through pandemic and crazy times in the world? Any inspiration that you as a comedian want? Do you have any nuggets of hope you want to pass out to people?
If you want to do it, just do it.
There you go.
Don't be a pussy like me.
Are you?
Scared. I let fear keep me out of comedy for a lot of years, and
I started when I was 63. I think I got you beat.
Oh, good for you. Fantastic. See, is this something you always wanted to do? It's something I always wanted to do, but I was afraid. And I decided that I didn't want to be a coward. So, or feel like one anyways.
But you're really making people laugh and you bring a lot of happiness. Just you being in the room, you don't even have to talk. People would pay to just have you in the room. You pick up you have an aura about you. The minute people see you, I think it makes them happy.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that very much. I love that. That makes me happy because that's the goal. You know what I mean? The goal is to make people forget about their problems and feel good for a little while.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
So you're going to be at the LA Comedy Club at what time this week? You are there already a couple nights, but what time, what show are you at?
Well, tonight I'm doing the 6 o'clock and the 8 o'clock. So I will be with James, the redneck variety show. And I'll at least guest spot the 8 o'clock the rest of this week.
Wonderful.
I'll either guest spot or we'll see what happens.
What shows do you have coming up around the country that you're able to tell us without killing us?
I have I'm doing El Paso with Willie Barcena in July. I am headlining in Glendale, Arizona at Stir Crazy Comedy Club. I'm headlining Zanies in Nashville in June. I think June 29th. And Caroline's in New York City, June 14th. That's coming up. So.
And is the Caroline's thing a contest or it's just showcase?
No, it's just a showcase. Yeah, it's a showcase.
Super.
You can find me at ByronKennedyComedy on everything.
I'll put that on the post. Thank you so much for sharing. Is there anything you want to divulge or say to people that I didn't ask?
No.
Okay. This has been fun getting to know you. Thank you so much for not being my first interview by a long shot.
Well,
I gotta make it about me.
Thank you for squeezing me into that top 1,000. I appreciate that.
Thank you so much. Byron Kennedy, everybody. Follow him and help his career. See you later. Love you lots.
Thanks. Thank you. I enjoyed it.
Bye.